Today, we'll be discussing the blog post that explains how students can get benefit from high emotional intelligence. We all have an IQ, that is an intelligence quotient, but having a high emotional intelligence is also very important. Intelligence is a God's gift and also something we nurture. But EQ or emotional intelligence or quotient is something that we need to develop with time. And today we will discuss the meaning of emotional intelligence, examples, benefits, and the qualities of people with high emotional intelligence. So, basically, what is emotional intelligence? It is the ability to manage your emotions, your feelings at any workplace, your office, or at home. It is the ability of a person to control feelings in certain situations. A lot of people tend to act unnaturally, like to get angry or to show other kinds of emotions in very inappropriate situations, which is not wanted. So, to control that, we need high emotional intelligence. A person with a high EQ score will always be successful in life, no matter what. So, we'll be talking about some tricks to manage emotions like anger, fear, distrust, and happiness. So, be it with your parents, friends, or partners, we can make or maintain a good balance between all relations with the help of good emotional intelligence. Some examples of emotional intelligence in office are as follows. Firstly, the office is undoubtedly one of the most boring places for everyone because it's where you go to work every day and it's the place you need to be. And it is filled with different kinds of people with different perspectives and different likes and dislikes. But you need to stay and work together in harmony. So, adjustment is the very first thing, which is very important. And to be with so many employees in one place with different natures, it is important to have a high EQ to maintain a balance. So, a good amount of flexibility in the organization helps grow your EQ. You can say that employees and other upper level management people have high EQ score. Flexibility at the workplace will result in better work conditions, which will help the employee in self development. Sharing ideas in meetings and seminars. In organizations, we often have meetings, seminars where a number of people come together to share their views, listen to others, and allow other people to speak in the meetings. So, in this way, a good organization is where people can feel free to express their ideas, opinions in front of their co associates, managers, and officers. Also, the office is a place where you need to take new initiatives. So, when an organization adapts to new changes, new ways, and more fascinating techniques to work with employees, we say that there is good emotional intelligence that is working. The vibe that there is in the office is good. Some benefits of emotional intelligence for students are managing emotions. As a student, you may fail a lot of times. It may be a subject, it may be a sport, it may be anything that you're working towards. You could always fail, and this could either anger you or make you sad. So, high emotional quotient or intelligence helps you control your emotions and keep calm. This way, you will succeed in your future. Most importantly, students learn to control their emotions and take practical decisions anytime. Better communication. If you have better EQ score, you can also manage feelings like anxiety, fear, jealousy. One should know that where to be emotional and where not to be emotional, especially when they are students. An emotional intelligence test will help students to communicate better in the world. To build new relations. When you manage to control your emotions, you build new relations in a better way. So students can exchange their thoughts with one another and give each other help in the academic field. It also helps in reduction of stress because you don't act out inappropriately in other situations. So there's less of stress. And this way, it is something that keeps you more calm inside. Stress can ruin you completely, and it's one of the biggest hurdles students are facing today. EQ especially helps them during important exams when they have too much stress to deal with. Sympathy towards others. Students develop emotional intelligence so that they can sympathize with each other and also help each other in the process. Ways to improve emotional intelligence. So, these are a few ways which we'll be discussing so that you can have a better emotional intelligence score. So, always apply positivity in your life. Never be a negative person. Positive thoughts will give you and help you in forgetting the past bad experiences. Be an optimistic person. Always keep your behavior in check. Whenever you think you're acting out, always tell yourself this is not the way how you should be acting out, or and you should try to change your attitude towards everything else. Always have an optimistic attitude, and also this way you will see that the results of your behavior will also show. Learn to accept mistakes. When you will learn to accept mistakes, that is when you will learn to actually rectify them. So, we are obviously responsible for feelings we show. This will help us to overcome our weaknesses and make us a better person. Do not avoid the negative thoughts completely. It is very human to have negative thoughts after a bad decision or a bad outcome of any challenges that we have taken up. So, always try to think why you have the negative thoughts. Just like positivity, negativity also dwells in our mind. So it is very important to know why the negative thought persists in our mind. So this will further help us confront the negative situations in life. Look at your opinions. Each person of the world thinks differently, and thus it is very important to give your own opinion but also to accept somebody else's opinion and think by keeping yourself in the other person's shoes. You should ask yourself whether your opinion will give good or bad results. 15 qualities of a high emotionally intelligent students. Like we said, that they are very positive, they know people well, they know the people that they are around, and this way they know the nature and character of the people quicker than others. That is, you learn to judge people in a better manner. You also identify your own feelings and learn to deal with them. They accept change. Students with high emotional intelligence can accept changes as they come on their way. They will not be, you know, they will gain success anywhere in the world, wherever they are, and they also set limits. One of the best 9 habits of highly emotional intelligent students is that they can say yes and no clearly in any situation. So it is very important to always learn to say no when you're not wanting to do something. A lot of people face difficulty in that. You forgive others but do not forget. Forgiveness is a very great virtue that one can possess. So it is very important to forgive others but do not forget. You must learn from your mistakes. And also, this way, this will result in trusting other people in a better manner. Students also improve their weaknesses and know their strengths. They don't feel sad at jokes. Whenever somebody is teasing or taunting you, you don't feel sad. You learn to take it in your stride and deal with it. You can also make jokes on yourself, so it's not a bad thing. They make everything interesting, whether is it office work or math homework. People with high emotional intelligence turn it into fun. They work and play both. They are attentive. So, high emotional intelligence students always focus well on work and also on the work that they are doing, in spite of the thousands distractions that there is. They don't see the negative aspects of things but always focus on the positive. They avoid negative people. Also, keeping a good distance from toxic people in your life is a good way to deal with the problems in your life. So, always keep away from toxic people. Surround yourself with optimistic people so that you are also optimistic. Sleep well. Having a minimum 8 hours sleep at night refreshes your mind and gives you relaxation. It is very important. Also, they avoid comparison. You should always compare yourself with your older self. Never compare yourself with somebody else, because your stories are different, you've been dealing with things differently, so you will obviously grow, but not by comparing with somebody else. You should be satisfied with your own results and contented with your own achievements and try to achieve more than what you've achieved earlier. Concluding, being a human being, we are all born with strengths, weaknesses and imperfections. So Something we should do is accept our strengths and weaknesses and work on our weaknesses so that we become a better person. Just like any other thing, emotional intelligence is a vital thing in our lives, and it will definitely help each other develop into a better human being. Thank you for watching.